In this video, I'm going to share a study tip related to media, and you've probably been exposed to tons of talks at school, lectures from your parents, and now you are blessed to have a maths tutorial on it. And so I'm not going to bore you and take too long, as much as saying that when you enter into the exam period, or even just on a given day when you study, I would highly recommend that when you study, for that study session, just pop your phone out your room so that you can, like one of my earlier videos, you can mimic exam conditions. And so in an exam, you're not going to be sitting replying to messages anytime messages come through. And so ideally, if it was me and I was back in school, when I said to myself, for an hour now, I'm going to be studying maths, I would leave my phone out the room. Second best, maybe you're wanting to use it as a timer, which I also mentioned in one of my previous videos. And if that's the case, maybe what you want to do is put it on airplane mode so that you're not bugged at all. Your phone becomes something that's useful for you, not something that's a distraction. And then that's just in a specific study session. Then zooming out a little bit and just looking at how to interact with your phone and I guess any media as you're into the exam season of studying for exams and then writing exams, is I think if it was me, I would try and develop a policy with my parents during the exam season, just to say something like, every night at 9 p.m. you are welcome to grab my phone. And as you hear that, some of you might revile and be utterly shocked at that, but it's all too common, and you might relate to this of, I'm just going to, like, I've had a hectic day, I studied hard, what a legend, I'm going to just scroll a bit and check this and that. And then before you know it, it's 2 a.m. and you are utterly zonked for the next day, and you went on social media and Netflix for 3 hours longer than you had thought you would. And so no shame in that, to get a bit of accountability and just to say, have some kind of contract or agreement with your parents or someone that you trust to not let yourself get lost on doom scrolling or anything like that. The other thing is, and don't be a victim of this, is starting and getting into a new Netflix series during the exam season. I couldn't believe it a few years ago when I had a student who missed the final extra maths lesson the day before she was writing her maths exam because she had got into a new series and had literally binged it from 8 a.m. until like 10 p.m. at night and hadn't even remembered that she had maths the next day, let alone that she had an extra maths lesson. And so please watch yourself with that as well, that you don't get lost into the vortex of epic Netflix series. Those can become incredible things to reward yourself at the end of a maths exam season, or even at the end of a day, that you say, when I've worked like a beast, then I'll get my phone for an hour or two. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but probably your biggest opposition to doing well in maths is getting lost on your phone and on social media during exams. I hope that you found that helpful. If you did, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends. Thanks.